analyst Chris Broussard joining us this morning. Chris, the game was good. I want to ask you, who was the most valuable Laker last night?
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Look, I thought it was a true team win. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was good, and the rest of the others, Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, playoff Rondo played really big. Markieff Morris, a lot of them, yeah. It was a true team win. Obviously, AD, 22-9, which is, you'll take it. It's not his usual numbers, but you'll take it from your second-best player. And then defensively, AD was outstanding with the 4 blocks. He guarded Jimmy Butler late. Obviously, as you said, Jen hit the big 3. But let's not make this too complicated. Let's not play mental gymnastics and try to give it to somebody else. It clearly, definitively, undisputedly was LeBron James. LeBron James, and look, I know he wasn't himself necessarily in the first half with the 5 turnovers. I'm getting texts from people saying LeBron's tight, he's playing tight, he's not himself. I heard Mike Breen say he didn't look like himself, but I actually thought he looked composed. Because in the game 3, I thought LeBron came out and forced the action. That's why he had so many turnovers. I thought he was forcing stuff that wasn't there. I thought this game he was composed. He took the 3 when it was there. He drove when he needed to. And those 2 deep threes he hit in the middle of the third quarter, when he also had a layup and a free throw, I believe, to go on a score 9 points in 2 minutes. Those 2 threes, I thought, settled down his teammates and let them realize, okay, LeBron James is in the building. He's here. And he was great in the second half. The fourth quarter, he goes for 11 points, 2 assists. He accounted for 16 of the Lakers' 27 points in the fourth quarters. We know he's not a great foul shooter, but he goes 7 for 7 from the free throw line late. I mean, come on, it was LeBron. Period. The end.
The end. GOAT James. I thought he did a great job of trying to preserve himself. He's like, you know what? They can't make it. Yeah, he preserved himself because he knows he's going to need this Herculean effort. Skip, look, there's some people that you go out and you try to destroy the field in the first half. And there's some people say, you know what? I got this kick. I can just sit back here long as I keep you in striking distance. And that's what he did. He kept them at bay. They weren't doing anything. Skip, that second half was dominant. But you know what, Chris? LeBron James has set the bar so high that now we're snickering at 28, 12, and 8. That's what we're doing. He's averaging 28, 11, and 9 for a finals, the NBA finals. That's what LeBron James is doing. And we're saying, man, he ain't had the game. He had a LeBron James. Let that sink in for just a second. Agreed. He's averaging 28, 11, and 9. And people saying he's not playing that well, Skip. That's what he's done for you.
Who's saying that?
You!
Oh, only
because
me?
You say
I think a lot of people are saying that.
A lot of people out there mind, too. Now, Skip better say, he said, I want him to, the fourth quarter. You know, Chris, you know Skip longer than I have. He always talk about the fourth quarter. What did he do in the fourth quarter, Shannon?
Yes.
11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He run from late game. Skip, Chris, I've never seen a guy run from late game free throws like LeBron James, the FOGO. Did he run last night? Did he run last night?
Did they trail in the fourth quarter?
You know why?
No.
Guess why they didn't trail? Guess why they didn't trail? He wouldn't let him. It was tied.
Did it come down to a last shot last night? No.
It was 83-83. And the LeBron James goes on a 7-0 run by himself. He said, I ain't going to let you get back in this when it's over for you, Jimmy. Jimmy, I want to ask you a question, Jimmy. Are they in trouble now? Are they still in trouble? I need to know.
You finished?
Yep.
Gloating?
And Skip, look, the second half, LeBron, we know he had a game-high 12 rebounds. He had 9 in the second half. In the second half, it looked like he was getting every defensive rebound. I mean, it was stunning. Every rebound he was getting, and that's a part of defense. Remember that. Let's not belittle, AD guarded Jimmy Butler. He played the great defense. LeBron was guarding Bam a lot.
Bam!
But he was dominating the backboards. That's the last part of defense.
Give me that.
You guys both make me laugh out loud. Somebody has to be the voice of reason on this show.
It ain't you.
And I'm about to be that guy. All I know is that in plus-minus, final box score, Anthony Davis was by far a game high plus 17 because that's how valuable he was last night. Far more valuable in the big picture than LeBron, who wound up a -2. That says it all to me. Plus 17 was so much better than even two other teammates. You had KCP at +8 and Rondo at +8. AD plus 17. LeBron way down at -2. That said it all to me. The first half said it all to me when LeBron, the whole postgame narrative was, he woke up from his nap and he texted everybody on group text, must win. And then LeBron said after the game, this is one of the biggest games of my career. I told you yesterday, I said it right here, this was a legacy game for LeBron James because you cannot give this Heat team any new life at 2-2. So I expected LeBron, I told you yesterday, I predicted he'd score 40. I thought he would come out in attack mode. No. I thought he'd play possessed in the first half, and he played possessed by demons. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm saying, LeBron, where are you? You look like the deer in headlights, LeBron, who shrank in games 4, 5, and 6 in the 2011 finals when the chosen one became the frozen one. I couldn't recognize this LeBron because he had 5 first-half turnovers, coming off 8 turnovers in game 3. What has happened to you, LeBron? You're lobbing passes to AD that go completely out of bounds. He looked shook up to me. He did look out of it to me. I'm sorry you guys say he was, Shannon's trying to make it, he was preserving his energy.
Feeling it out, yeah.
Oh, feeling it out like a boxer in
Buying time, that's what he did.
Really? Okay. And he's playing against 3 rookies on the other team. They're playing high minutes, 3 rookies, and he's trying to feel it out like a big heavyweight fight. Oh, stop it. Both of you stop it. And at halftime, I'm sure the Lakers are looking side-eyed at LeBron like, are you going to come to the party or not? Are we going to have to do this by ourselves?
Yeah.
And really, in the end, the Lakers MVP was a guy named Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler, he starts off the game like game 3, Jimmy Buckets. And what does he do right out of the box? He goes 5 for 5 in the first quarter and scores 11 points. And I'm thinking life begins at 40 again. He might be going for 40. And what did Anthony Davis say to LeBron? We're asking LeBron to do so much. He said, I turned to him and said, I got him. I got him. Yeah. Did LeBron take Jimmy Buckets? No, AD did. Yeah. And AD's got guard feet. He can guard on the perimeter. And he took Jimmy Butler out of the game. Jimmy Butler went 0 for 2. He took only 2 shots in the second quarter. He went 0 for 5 in the third quarter. And after the first quarter, the rest of the way, the final 3 quarters, he went a grand total of 3 for 12 and scored 11 points in the last 3 quarters after 11 in the first quarter. Yeah. That was the game, period, end of story. He turned Jimmy Buckets back into Jimmy Butler, a near superstar who has superstar intangibles but doesn't always play as big as a superstar should. And last night, Jimmy Butler went passive-aggressive on AD. He would get a little bit of edge driving into the lane and then, I better pass it out to Tyler or to Duncan. And it's not good enough. It's Jimmy Buckets or bust for the Miami Heat, and they didn't have him the last 3 quarters. And in the end, that turned the tide in favor of LeBron and company. AD saved LeBron last night.
Don't do that, Skip.
Well, he did.
Don't do that.
Well, 5 turnovers?
Chris, you see what I'm saying? You see?
Good.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
I said, Skip. If LeBron had gone for 28 points in the first half, played a really good third quarter, played well for most of the fourth quarter, and then struggled in the last 2 minutes, you'd be killing him. Now he's great in the second half. Okay. And he struggled a little bit in the first half.
Struggled a little bit with 5 turnovers. That's on pace for 10 for the game.
End of the game.
Well, what are you talking about? You can't just sweep that under your carpet you have over there. You got a little LeBron carpet. Sweep all the bad stuff under the carpet.
I thought the fourth quarter was the most important aspect. He had 11. He had 5 rebounds, and so what do you, 2 assists?
All I know is that game swung on 2 threes, one that was missed and one was made. And Jimmy Buckets had a 3 from the corner wide open. Anthony just dared him to shoot it from the short corner, and he missed it pretty badly.
That was LeBron that dared him to shoot it.
Was it?
That was LeBron.
Okay.
And then because he gets the rebound and he pushes it up to KCP.
Well, whoever, nobody was guarding him, so I guess LeBron didn't opt to guard him. And he missed it badly, and they just push it right up to KCP, and he rips it from right in front of the Miami bench. That was the game because Jimmy Buckets was shooting for the lead with 3:05 left. And all of a sudden, KCP rips that one, and then they go down and get a shot clock violation, which was ridiculous. You can't win a game like that with a shot clock.
And then KCP turned the corner on Duncan Robinson.
And by the way, KCP's driving layup on Duncan Robinson, it came at the end of the clock when Jimmy Buckets did take LeBron and took the ball right out of his hands. LeBron gives it back to KCP. You do something with the hot potato, and he just drives it home. And that put you up 7, and that was basically game, set, and series. Right?
Yeah.
Okay?
But Skip,
I noticed what you did, Skip.
You saw that too?
When you thought it was AD against Jimmy Butler on the 3, you said AD dared him to shoot. When you realized it was LeBron, you said LeBron opted not to guard him.
Well,
no,
LeBron doesn't guard three-point shooters. We know that.
Yeah.
We got to see Kyle Kuzma push him out to guard a three-point shooter.
Well, Butler's not a three-point shooter.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what was so amazing about his performance is that he got 40 on 20 shots, and none of them were 3-point shots.
Okay. I'm going to give LeBron these 2 props. To Chris's point, I thought the first 3 that he made with 8:18 left in the 3rd quarter, which actually gave them a lead they never relinquished, that was huge. And I agree with you, Chris. It was psychologically huge for his team and maybe for the Heat, too, because LeBron joined the party. And then he made another one. He went 0 for 3 in the 4th quarter because he's missed all his threes in this series in the 4th quarter. That's okay. I'll give you that. But in the 4th quarter, I also give